Yep. No, you already in. We live. You want me to take you
But
out to
yeah, with
bring
the
you
suppressors.
in?
No, you all right.
Huh?
But to think about the suppressors. No, you all right. We in here. But yeah, what I was saying about the suppressors, what I was saying was some people like them and some people don't. I could understand a long.
Right.
You know, that's just like saying, hey, I want to use a certain type of round in my firearm because I live in an apartment or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You want
Right.
to use
Right.
your
Right. Yeah.
suppressors for
Yeah.
that same instance. So they got their place. But as far as just shooting and having fun, heck yeah, I do that. And I just get one.
Well, you know what?
No suppressor for every firearm and all that stuff.
Do you have a suppressor, nephew?
I don't. And honestly, I don't have any. I have no want or need to have anything to do with the fucking ATF. That's the main reason why I don't want to fool with no suppressors.
That's the main reason why you
Reason, man.
well, I'll give you my reasons. Um I just thought that they wasn't at that time of thinking. I was just thinking that they wasn't practical as far as like price rise, all of the shit you got to go through to get one, all of the red tape. At the time, it was a $200 tax stamp.
Mm-hmm.
Then, back then you was waiting, what, 6 months to a year. Some people was waiting over a year to get theirs. And I just never saw what the hype was. And then people would always hit me, T, you need that suppressor in the event of a home invasion. And I'm like, how so? There's like, you need to, spare your eardrums, man. Save your hearing, your eardrums. And
Right.
my uh, comeback for that would be 9 out of 10, the criminals, the savages that's breaking in your house. What's the odds of them having suppressors on their gun? If it's going to be a shootout, you damned if you don't and damned if you do. It, you know.
Very true.
So my thing is, you may have a suppressor on yours, but the intruders is not going to have suppressors on their guns. So therefore, your eardrums is going to be fucked regardless. And that's the last thing on your mind. Your
Mm-hmm.
mindset should be set on surviving. You feel me? Surviving that situation. Now, what I
Right.
say in my videos, get you a good old pair of electronic ear pros, man. Keep them right next
Mm.
to your gun, your home defense gun. And when you hear ruckus, what I like about the benefits of the electronic ear pros, it's got to be electronic ones. The benefit of that is when you turn it on, it's going to amplify your hearing. You're gonna be able to hear shit. If you all the way on the 3rd floor in your upstairs bedroom, I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you the ones that I got, you can hear some shit all the way in your
Yeah.
basement. Footsteps, doors creaking, it's gonna amplify it. But if something go bang, it's gonna mute it. And this is why I say that is pretty much fail proof. You know,
Right.
having your ear pros and making sure that the batteries is good on it, and
Mm-hmm.
throwing them, keeping them right next on your nightstand next to your home defense weapon, and
Mm-hmm.
remembering to throw them on. Now, I know a lot of people, you ain't gonna have time, but if you practice and just go over drills and stuff, it's gonna be second nature,
Right.
because you
Right.
still gonna get your eardrums blowed up, or out.
I hate to interject though. Let me interject though, huh?
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
way the laws is going now, even the savages before long, they gonna have access to these suppressors too. So they gonna get a little more tactical with their shit.
You're right.
It's just a matter of time. So that go back to, you know, if they got it, I want it too. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You know, I heard you say that, and I live by the same creed.
You can't. What up, though, right, Rambo? What's up? What up, though, fam? You know, you can't run it past. They might break in a house, do a home invasion. The occupants of that house could have suppressors. They're going to take them. So
Yeah.
I'm not ruling out that it can't happen, but I'm just saying the reasons why, you know, back then, I wasn't really into them like that because, you know, I've also talked to people that own suppressors and they say that it dirty up your gun, you know, gunk it up. The accuracy, it negates the accuracy, you know, somewhat, and it dirties up your gun. Now, personally, I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to spend the money because I know how I am. If I'm going to spend $600, $800 on a suppressor, I'm looking at this gun right here for $700, and I'm like, damn, I know how I am. I'm going to always pick a gun over an accessory. So that's one of the biggest, like if them prices go down, they already don't took away the $200 tax stamp. But I feel like now the rating period is going to go up because a lot of people, now that the $200 tax stamp is gone, a lot of people is going to be, you know, buying them now. And it's going to be another rate time because back in, you know, not too long ago, I was hearing people was getting them within that week. You know, 2 and 3 days they was getting them, you know, so
48 hours. I seen a guy, he got his in 48 hours. And I was like, wow. I ain't never seen that. But you know what tripped me out? You said something. They dirty up your guns. So the people that get them suppressors pinned and welded, man, they firearms gotta be trash, man. Not completely, but they gotta be dirty all the time. And me personally, I shoot mine enough to make sure they run, and then I put them up. You know, I got a few that I'm gonna pull out just out of habit because if something happened, I'm gonna use them first. So I shoot them more, but I still keep them clean. But then again, you know, they dirty enough for me without a suppressor.
Exactly.
You know.
Now I'm gonna say this: how I'm kind of like changing my mind and my whole outlook perspective on suppressors. The other day I went over there to my boy's house, man. My gunsmith, my personal gunsmith, Brandon. I went to my brother's house. That's who I get to, you know, do all my little, you know, gunsmithing. Like if I ain't got the tools to do it, you know, I get him. He a beast at this shit, man. He'll make that shit work. As you know, as we talked about, and we're gonna talk about this too, because you probably was up on this before I was. I only knew about the super safety for like I found out I was, you know, on YouTube, and I was running across people's channels, you know, videos, and I said, what the hell is this super safety? Is it really a safety switch or what is it? I didn't know what it was. And you was talking about it, I was talking about it, and at the same time, I saw a gun shop, they said they had them for like $200. I said, ooh, all right, because with that rare breed and WOT triggers, they was like $400-$500. I said, this is only two. I said I would get that, especially if it's got the select switch where you can go from semi to FRT mode, right? You told me it does have that. So I hit my boy Brandon up. Brandon had just got one installed it on his phone because you just can't. They're not, from my understanding, they're not drop-in triggers where you can just drop them in like a rare breed. You got to do a little, you know, you got to. I'm trying to watch my words because YouTube already on my ass, but you kind of got to modify a little bit, something, chisel a little bit, something, fine tune it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So his was already. He already had did that, and it was in his. He was like, T, I'll give you a deal, but you got to buy it today. The price that he that he told me, and and that he can have it did because he already did all of the necessary work. Man, I was over there in 20 minutes, and
I
he
know
put
you
it in
told me,
there.
man. You had
Huh?
told me. Remember, you had told me. You was like, I'm thinking about it, and then
Yeah.
you told me. Then you was like, I'm on my way over there now, and I was like, damn. I was like,
Right.
damn, that was quick. You told me. You told me. We was talking when you were.
So dig this.
I mentioned
I
that.
was up in there. Man, he took it out of his and put it in mine in less than, it couldn't have been no more than 10 minutes. Like I said, he did all of the filing and, tuning and all that shit already. So he kept on saying, I'm going to test it. I'm like, well, we got to get to the range to test it. He was like, no, we don't. Man, he took the super safe that was on my lower, on my Marauder lower. He took a suppressed 300 blackout upper that he had the suppressor on. He was like, come on, follow me. All right. He was like, I'm covering up my ears, right? Thinking this shit about to be loud. He aimed it at the ground. All right, this is semi mode. He capped off about 3 rounds. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, I'm like this. I'm like, what the fuck? I uncovered my ears, and I'm like, this shit is not even loud at all. So then he pushed it in the middle. He was like, this is about to be FRT mode. 10 rounds, 300 blackout in 1 second. He loaded 13 rounds in that mag. The first 3 was in semi. The other 10 was in FRT mode. And when I'm talking about literally in 1 second, those 10 rounds, probably less than a second. I mean, it was fast. And that was on a suppressed 300 blackout upper. He was like, T, your shit gonna be even faster than that because that Marauder, that's a 5.56 upper and it's not suppressed. So it's gonna be a little bit more faster than, his 300 blackout. So when I saw how cool it was, how silent it was, like, this thing literally sounded like an air gun. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like an air gun, man. And I'm like, you know what? My mind, I see why everybody make a big deal out of them because they are cool to have. They're nice. And if I come across the right deal at the right time, I'll probably end up, grabbing me one because I got like some other stuff. I can't talk about it now. I don't want to talk about it now, but that Marauder is not my last gun from PSA. It's another one that I'm working on, getting out. Matter of fact, I already ordered the lower to it, and I'm gonna get the upper and stuff. So yeah.
Sneak peek. What caliber is it in? Can we get a little sneak peek?
It's gonna be 9mm. It's gonna be 9mm because I don't have my MPX no more. I let that go. Remember, so I got to get me another 9mm PCC. So if I'm gonna get something that's gonna be, I just can't get anything to replace that the MPX. It's got to be dope. Yeah. It's got to be nice, And at one point I was thinking about getting me another Scorpion. I'm like, nah. I can't. I ain't really feeling that. Everybody was like, try the Kuna. Nah. Try that Mac 9. Nah. It's something that Palmetto State Armory got that grabbed my attention, and that's gonna be my next one. I already invested in the lower. I ordered that today, so I got to go out there sometime next week to Spencer's shop, and Spencer only charged me $20 for the FFL fee. So.
Got you.
But what made you consider getting because when you hit me up, nephew, you was like, you looking at the WOT, the rare breed, the super safety, like that's what you and I get it. That motherfucker that you got, that DOE, Department of Energy, man.
Yeah, it's a bad boy.
You kind of got me wanting one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Then I was thinking about before the one that I decided to settle on because it had to be a 9mm. I was thinking about getting that kitty cat and
Okay,
5.56.
yeah.
The kitty cat and five because
Now
Spencer
that
got about
barrel,
4 of them up in
that
there.
barrel's shorter than the how short is the barrel on the kitty cat? It's shorter than the 7, ain't it? It's a tiny
That
little
I don't
thing.
know. They look about the same size to me.
I
They
thought it
look
was like a
about the same
5-inch
size.
barrel.
It's just that yours is 9mm. They make them kitty cats in 5.56
Yeah.
and 300 blackout. See, Spencer got the at his shop. He got the 5.56. I don't want another 5.56. I already got the Marauder. I got the Tavoy. I don't need another 5.56. If anything, besides this 9mm PCC that I'm getting through Palmetto State Armory, I'll get another 300 blackout.
Yeah.
I'll get me another 300 blackout for sure. But what made
Yeah.
you want to get that particular firearm, nephew?
Man, I'm gonna tell you.
What up, though, Action Jackson and Confidence Reloaded? What's up?
You was right. The kitty cat, yeah, it's 7.5. It's the same length.
Yeah.
I guess it looks shorter because the magazine is is wider on that. But I wanted that, man. I'm a guy. I like when it comes to firearms. A lot of them I like classic stuff. I like the old. That's why I got my Zastava, and I put that wood on it. See, it didn't even come with the wood on it. It came polymer, But I like that classic look on a firearm, and a handguard on a firearm is that's just old school. How I was trained in the military, anyway.
Right.
So for me, it's a bit of bittersweet because that's the type of when it comes to that handguard style firearm I shot, and then also it's a badass looking short motherfucker.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, it's 7.5 inches. The marks, not the marks, the craftsmanship, man, that went into making that. Think about it.
No clone. It's the real deal, Holyfield, right?
Yeah, think about it. And then I'm looking at mine, and I'm like, man, I still can't believe dude sold it to me for that. And you got to remember, I got $500 worth of just magazines. So 500 out of that 19 is just in magazines.
Right.
And they go for so you buy a package, you buy a bundle,
Right.
But now that upper, that's a $1,500 upper all day, 13 and some change. And so by the time you get it shipped to you, you $1,500 into it.
Right.
That's just in that upper. And
the upper alone was $1,500.
Yeah, just the upper. So I paid 19, but you got to remember. So imagine I basically just got the lower for free because I paid 15 for the upper. Well,
right.
He paid 15 for the upper. I paid 19 altogether. 15 for the upper, and out of these mags, it's 23 32-round mags. That's $500 worth of magazines right there. Right. So just the upper and the magazines, I'm $1,900 right there. We ain't even talking about the dedicated to CMMG lower.
Right. Are those mags proprietary?
Those are Colt mags. Those are the Colt mags. They took the SMG mags and they just modified them to work with the Colt pattern firearm.
So nephew,
the lowers.
Was this your very first PCC?
Now, are we including like the conversion kits and stuff like that?
I mean, yeah, it could be them MCK, conversion kits and whatnot.
So I've had one of them before, but as far as just a firearm that was built just for that caliber, yeah, that's my first, man.
Okay.
But it ain't gonna be my last. That's my
Yeah.
first one.
I mean, once when you get them, they very addicting because I remember at one point I had like 3 or 4 of them. Like my very first PCC, I got that, I think it was like 2016, and that was a Scorpion. That was the big one. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have a brace on
The
it.
full size.
And I did like a trade. Yeah, I did like a trade. I traded a Glock and threw some money on top of it. And that was my first like PCC. And I ended up buying a Shockwave blade brace for it. You had to buy the buffer tube kit, in order to put the blade on it. And I didn't really care for that particular brace, and I ended up getting the SB Tactical side folding brace on my second Scorpion. I had about 4 or 5 Scorpions throughout the years, but that was my first PCC. It was a series Scorpion. The second one I had the X-Tar EP9. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, they say that's pretty decent though. They say that's a good
Very,
one.
very, 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 very affordable. I think I paid like $400 for mine, brand new. I bought it from 4K Pond. It took Glock mags. I had the Gen 1. They also make them in 5.56 too. But I had the 9mm. That was my second one from a different brand. Like I said, I've had multiple Scorpions. Then I had got the remember the Uzi Pro? I had the Uzi Pro, the little micro Uzi Pro. I had the GHM Compact. That's another BNT. Wait a minute, I had the GHM, that was 9mm, and I also had the TP9, which is made by BNT. That was 9mm. Then I've had
you had a Defender, didn't you?
I had a Defender.
Defender, that was 9.
Yep, I had the Defender. I had a Strybog. Man, I've had so many PCCs.
Ooh, this Strybog was a 9. I thought that was a 40.
You said what now?
The camera went up.
Oh, okay. What were you saying?
I thought your Strybog was in 45.
I did have one in 45, but the first one that I had back in it had to be like 2018, 2019. I had got one, and it was a 9mm. It was the A1. I think they're in the A3 right now. But it was the A1. It was a 9mm. Yeah, that was the first Strybog I had ever got. You know, but I love them. So when I got rid of the MPX, and I had the money was so good I couldn't refuse it. But now I cannot picture myself without having a 9mm PCC. I just can't picture myself without it. And now I'm fucking heavy with PSA. I mean, today they released the PSA 18. They got the Saber 18. The PSA 18 is a little bit more cheaper than the Saber, line. That's like the top premier premium line, the Saber line. But I got me one on the way. I got the lower coming, and I just got to get the upper, and it's from PSA. And it's gonna be a 9mm, and it's gonna be dope as fuck. I'm already liking it better than that MPX. I ain't shot it yet. I'm going off of like look rise. It's dope as fuck, especially with that particular brace on it.
Right on. And we was talking about that, piecing together, lowers and uppers now. That's the way to go. I'm gonna take that CMMG lower off of that DOE clone and put a actual coat lower on it, like it's supposed to look, but I'm still gonna go with the that Franklin Armory, man, that binary. But I'm not gonna put it on the coat lower that I get for that. I'm actually gonna put it in that CMMG lower and just find a upper to go with that lower. And it's probably gonna be a low budget, not necessarily low budget, but something inexpensive that I can just run hella rounds through and have fun with.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna want that for, you know. But it's gonna have to take. And see, I'm on the fence because I got a ton of the Glock mags, the stick mags, 32 round Glock mags. But now I got all these Colt mags too. I don't know if I want to go with a Glock lower and get another lower for a Glock or for a Glock pattern mag or go with another Colt lower. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't know what to do, man. Because I'm gonna mess around and go down that rabbit hole and just have multiple lowers.
Right.
And I don't want to go down that hole.
I kind of want to. I have to fight myself because at PSA, man, the prices be so good when you can get a complete lower brace attached to it, stock attached to it, and it's $99.
It's hard not to beat that. It's hard not to beat that.
Beat that.
That make you want to buy like 3 or 4 just because.
No, the one that I ordered today, like a couple of hours ago, I finally put the trigger on it. That bitch was $380 plus the shipping and the taxes. I should have it.
Wow.
I should have it sometime next week, and then all I have to do, I'm waiting till I catch the upper to it, like on sale or something like that. Or I might just just cash it on out. But when you see the motherfucker in the color of it, man, PSA is the truth. Where else can you buy highly reliable, inexpensive, funky town senders at the price point that they arming the American people? The ones that choose to,
you can't,
the ones that choose to, practice their Second Amendment rights. Things have gotten so out of control as far as the crime, the home invasions, just period. Hands down, a person, you got to be armed. If you're walking around and you don't have a firearm in today's world, even at your house, you a lost cause because you pretty much signing up to be a future victim, man.
And you a waste of space because now somebody got to come to your rescue and all this other stuff. Like I'm sorry, but for real,
that's if they make it in time to get to you, and you can't point the finger, do the finger point, man. If you can afford to get you one. And there's no excuse not to have one because they're so cheap. As little as $250, you can get you one. If you eligible for it, if you don't have no felonies or anything like that, you can get you one. You have to be armed, But getting back to them triggers, I understand why you say you didn't want to put it on your DOE because you're trying to keep it as authentic as possible. You ain't trying to swap out, and put third-party accessories and parts on it. So I get that, but you decided, what made you decide to go with the Franklin Armory? That's the one where they go bang when you press the trigger and bang when you release the trigger.
Yeah, I wanted to go with that only because just me personally, I want to be a little more in control of those rounds. That's just me personally.
Okay.
That's just me. I'm one of them. Safety first. All right. It's cool. If they work, they work. That's fine. If they're not blowing up on folks, that's fine. Okay. Ain't nothing against them. It's nothing against the people that got them.
Right.
Me, I like the most simple shit. I drive a Chevy, for God's sake. All right, I'm simple. Jeans and a t-shirt and a trucker hat or ball cap, whatever, snapback. That's it. I keep it simple. I want to be able to do this and it go, and do this and it go.
Right.
That's it. And as long as I can do that as fast as I want, I'm pretty fine with that. I'm pretty fine with that right there. That's enough for me. But let me answer this question. Look, Adrian Bennett, we share the same last name. He say, "What's their thoughts on that Jackal though on PSA? That PSA Jackal." What's your thoughts on that one?
I want to know what your thoughts on it.
We did. I think we just talked about this, and we was talking about putting the FN brace on that lower, right?
I think it's called the F5 brace.
The F5 brace.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a good look. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I like it in black. You know, I see people with it in FDE or tan, whatever you want to call it, but I like it in black. It's a smooth shooter from what I see. I ain't never honestly laid my hands on one personally.
Yeah.
But it looks great in black.
Well, you know what? Like all of the PS guns I've ever owned, never had. Like I had the AKV, beautiful man, solid. I had that. I think I got that like in 2020, 2021, something like that. I think I still got the unboxing video on my channel. If you go back, you know, about 3-4 years, you will see it. I think that was like the very first gun that I've owned from PSA, the AKV, which is a version of that Russian Vitnaz machine gun. The second one that I got, I think it was the Rock 5.7, if I'm not mistaken, and which was solid, you know. And then of course I had got you know, I got the Dagger, you know, which I love that. I like that better than Glock. I think the Dagger is what Glock should have been. You know, all of the features that they put that come stock on the Dagger one circles around the stock Glock. And right. I shot it for the first time. I think I did like almost 40 rounds through it about a week ago when I went to the range. Range video up. Man, the accuracy on it, like I really was wanting to do a function test, but I'm like, let me go ahead and aim down the iron sights, right? First shot on my paper target, right here in the middle of the head. I lined it up, and I got the suppressor height sights on it. I lined it up. First shot, right in the center of the head, and I just wanted to step away from 40 and go back down to a 9. I'm like, for me, it's all about shot placement. I don't want to be jerking all over the place. I want my shots to land on target, and I want to stay steady on target. So that's why I now carry, 9 instead of the 40.
Yep. Man, I'm the same way. I carried my M&P 2.0 and 40 full size, not the C, but the full size 2.0. So it was basically 13 rounds of 13 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. I don't know. I ain't carried the thing. I've been carrying the Glock for 2 years straight. 2 years straight, because it's basically the same, man. I mean, the stopping power for me, I shoot some crazy ammo. You have to see some of the stuff. I go into my local pawn shop, and that's where I get all the good deals from. I buy new guns, but it's rare. It's very rare that I buy a brand new gun. I might buy a new gun once a year. The other 3 or 4 guns I buy throughout the year are gonna be used. I'm sorry, and a lot of times I have to find myself doing this, Gun Free Nation.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with you. A lot of my shit has been used. A lot of them I couldn't simply find, and I go up on arms lists, and I finally find it. A used gun is not like a fucking used car or something where you got miles, motherfucker. I mean, as long as it go bang when you pull the trigger, and it's all scarred up and scratched up and shit, which I don't mind. It depends on how bad I want it. But this new gun that I got in the works, and I just ordered the complete lore, and it's got that brace on that motherfucker. It's got an F5 brace on it with the special LG trigger on that.
How'd you do the mock up?
Mag, huh?
How'd you get it mocked up online? Did you went through step by step of which pieces and parts you wanted on it?
Well, they had just the receiver without the brace, but when I saw that fucking brace, and it make it look like a scar. It looks like a scar with that fucking F5 brace on it, man. I damn near, man, I got excited. And you know, with Palmetto State Armory, I found myself checking their website out every fucking day, every fucking night, because you just never know what deal you're gonna come across. You know, they even got blim shit, and when you buy that blim shit, you don't see not one blim on it. It must be under
it's hard
the
to spot them.
Something. But
yeah, it's hard.
For that reason alone, I searched on that, and when I saw that lore that come with an F5 side folding tail hook brace, and it was only $380. I said, "Fuck this shit! I got to cash it out, because I'm back into spending money that I've made off of selling some of my higher end guns that I never shot." And I'm like, you know what? I already got the Marauder. I paid $300 for that super safety trigger. That was $300 for the trigger and the install. And I know that it worked because he threw his upper on there with that suppressor. So I'm definitely gonna get it to the range and have some fun. But when I saw this particular lower with that F5 brace, I said, let me get it out the way. Let me go ahead and get it, because that's the one where I gotta actually send it to the FFL. It can't come directly. No, when I buy that upper, that bitch is gonna be right there at my front porch.
Right.
I'm gonna pay Spencer, and I'm gonna get me some extra mags. I already ordered a smoke colored mag for it.
Okay.
And do you want to know what it is, or you want me to just be surprised when I get that?
I want some details. I mean, I'm getting the idea of the lower, but I need to know what's going with it, so I can get a real picture of what you're gonna be having.
Well, that upper, I think it's like an 8.5 inch.
Okay. It's
an 8.5 inch. Like I say, I don't feel right. Even though that Chris Vector, that's a PCC. That's 45. But I want me one in 9mm. That's between that fucking Marauder and this new one that I'm about to get, and of course I'm gonna get it to the range and test it out, and blah, 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 yada yada yada. But when I get that 9mm and just the look of it, I love shit that it's
gotta have that look, right?
It's gotta have that fucking look. It's gotta have that fucking look. And and I'm gonna tell you this, it's an FDE. The only gun I had an FDE before was that Rock 5.7. I had the RDB from Caltech. But I love the color of it, and I will take it in black. But up on their site, that lower, they didn't have it in black. They only had it in FDE. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck whether the upper is FDE or black. I think the upper is only like 600, the complete upper. So y'all gonna see me putting this motherfucker together real soon.
Yes, sir.
And y'all gonna see the range footage, and I'm gonna hold on to it because I just love the look of it. I think with that F5 brace on it, it just makes it just, man, it's like futuristic, just. You side fold. It look like a little baby scar or something, a 9mm scar or something. Now
you seen them gray? You seen them like the grayish Cerakote? I guess it's Cerakote or whatever. Looking the finish on them, some of them firearms. I think that's gonna be a color that I want to have in my collection, man. Everybody got you got your standard black.
You talking about that platinum color? It's like something.
it's like a flat though. It's almost, it ain't really, no, it don't have no sheen or shine or none of that stuff to
Okay.
it. I don't know what they call it, man, but it's nice and it's different. You know, you want to break up the black on your rifles. You know,
You know what? I forget what they call it, but I think you're talking about the color of the when I had got that TP9
mm-hmm.
Elite, it was a Canic TP9
Yeah,
Elite.
yeah. So that color, yeah, that's the
It
color.
was, man, that was a bad motherfucker.
That's the color.
Bad motherfucker. They still won't give me my shit back, man. These
Oh
dirty
shit.
motherfuckers. Yeah, they still won't give it back to me. But I love the color of it. I forget the name of it though. But yeah, that's what you're talking about. That's color. That is dope.
Yeah,
That is dope. But
yeah, man.
I'm just you know, when I saw this, not too many guns get me excited to where I'm thinking about it. When I can't sleep because I'm thinking about this mug, I gotta get it. It's meant to be. And I got
Yeah.
the lower. All I gotta do now is get the upper. And I'm your boy gonna be good. Your aunt gonna be good, you know.
You already good, man. Shoot. What you
So
talking about?
what's the next gun that you got on your list? Because you know, I was so happy
Oh,
because you was like, I'm about to do this for me. And I'm like, hey, you deserve
I
it.
told you. I
Bring
was
this
like, my
together.
birthday coming up. And look, my
Right.
birthday still ain't till the 23rd of September. So it was like a jump the gun type deal. But this is something that I really wanted. And yeah, Baltimore. Shout out to you, Baltimore.
What up, though,
Uh
nephew?
yes, sir. He said he had the gray one. Same one, sound like the same one.
Yep, that's the one I had. It's a funny color. I forget what they call it's the color of it. I forget it's a name
It,
for it.
it
And
almost looked
man,
like
that
the M&P
trigger on it
metal
is so
color.
good. And it got the little red thing on the trigger, like the little safety thing on the trigger. It's just I miss that gun. I may end up getting another one. But it's a shame here in Michigan and Detroit, your shit gets stolen and they get it back and they make you, you know, jump through all kind of, you know,
Oh, that's
rope and
everywhere,
red
man.
tape, just, you know, to hire a lawyer. And I'm not gonna be paying a lawyer, you know, $250 an hour for a $400 gun. I just can't do
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah, that's not happening.
I just can't
But
do it, you know. But what else?
but
What you got going on as far, you know?
but yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting so my next firearm, the actual hole, because I told you I'm gonna buy a separate upper and another lower for that for the
For what?
DOE for the
For the
DOE.
DOE?
Yeah, so I still want a coat lower for that, actual coat lower that they
So
came
what's the
with.
lower that's on there?
That's a
Now,
CMMG.
okay,
It's still a dedicated 9mm lower, but it's a
right.
CMMG lower, and it's a bad mofo. But that's gonna be the one I put the Franklin the binary in,
Okay.
and we got to go back to what you were saying earlier. You know, I like the super safeties. I like the freaking the FRTs,
Yeah.
but I want something just a little more drop in, and you cannot go more drop in than a Franklin. It's just a whole trigger group. You just drop that shit in, put the pins in, and then also, you know, oh, Baltimore, congrats on that new purchase. I didn't realize he said he had bought that new. That's what's up. The other day, dang. But I want to be able to just drop it in and go. And then if something happens and they you know change their mind like they tend to do, I want to be able to just snatch it out and drop my original trigger right back in it and keep it pushing.
Right. Right.
I'm a drop in guy. I don't want to have to do nothing else or shave nothing off no bolt or none of that stuff to where it's gonna mess with the original functionality of the firearm to where I gotta have extra bolts or a factory bolt that's not shaved off or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's getting too complicated. The way they changing things, I
Right.
want to keep things as close to factory as I can.
Yeah.
And especially if I need to use this and if something happens and I need to use it, or if I do need that, if it's closest to me, you know, I still want it to be as close to factory as possible. You know, you don't see somebody
Exactly.
ate up with 32 rounds. Like, how did he hit him with 32 rounds of 9mm? In less than 5 seconds? They'll see why.
Right.
You know, but I want to make sure that I got the least amount of trouble when it goes back to that firearm just being the most legalist way it can be, which was the way it was purchased.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah. So you still
shout out Texas
firearms that you own.
Shout out to Texas.
Which one is your favorite? And I already know what your favorite caliber is, but it's a lot of people in here that may not know that. So, tell us why. Tell us what's your favorite one, your go-to, your favorite one. Those could be two separate, situations. And what in your favorite caliber?
It's the same. It's the same for both. My favorite caliber is 7.62 by 39. All right, that's my favorite caliber because it's a 30 caliber. It's got a lot more mass behind it and the stopping power. You put that the bullet. If you ever just go buy a box of bullets, buy a box of 5.56, and then go buy a box of 7.62. If you got a box, just take some fucking pliers and pull the little bullet out the size of the 5.56 and set it on the table, and then pull the bullet out the size of the 7.62 and set that motherfucker on the table beside it. That's why I like 7.62 by 39 better.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right.
It's just you got more bullet. It's a bigger bullet, more stopping power. It might not move as fast, but when it hit its target, it's gonna demolish it.
Yeah.
Not too many people get hit with a 7.62 by 39 and can live, till another day. You get planked with a 7.62 a 5.56 or 2.23. It's a 22. It's a small bullet. It's zipping around. It's so fast.
Right.
I
it's
want
the
that
same diameter, I believe, as the 22 long rifle, the 5.56.
Yep. That's
same
it.
diameter.
So for me, it's personal preference. People like it. It'll still do the same thing because it's all about shot placement. 7.62 by 51 all day long. I'm with it because it's still a 30 caliber. All right. So I'm with that too. Bennett. We with that too.
The 308.
308, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39. Those are my calibers. I'm right in there. And you know what? Like I said, my next firearm that I actually buy is going to be it's going to be a strike ball. I want a strike ball. I want one in 45.
Which one?
I want one in 45. I want
one
in
I
45. Yeah, same one. I want one in 45. And when they came out with that non-reciprocating charging handle,
yeah,
that's what really sold me on it. Man. That's what really sold me on that strike ball, man. And it's like they came a long way.
The only reason why I had got that strike ball in 45 was to kind of make up for when I had the Gideon Shadow clone. Mm-hmm. It was a UMP clone made by a company called Gideon Shadow, and I had got lucky to get it because all the internals were like H&K. The BCG on it was H&K. Barrel, H&K. The guy that I bought it from, he had got the H&K UMP parts kit. And then he had got the as far as like the lower and all that and the upper, that was Gideon Shadow. And man, I knew I had something special, but I know I didn't really appreciate it. And I ended up letting it go towards that the first Maximum Defense PDX that I got, which was the one that was chambered in 7.62. I had wanted one so bad, but I wasn't trying to reach too deep in my pockets like that, so I traded it along with a I think it was a Ruger PC Charger, the kind that you can break apart, take the barrel off, twist it off.
Okay.
I had
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and I threw in the Gideon Shadow, and I think I threw in 400 cash, and that's how I got it. Which they bust the fuck out of my ass. They bust my ass on that deal because I wish I can get that Gideon Shadow back. So I ended up getting the Strybog to kind of make up for it. One of my retired police brothers saw it and he wanted it, and I'm like, man, I ain't about to sell that. When he threw me a number he threw me a number I just couldn't refuse, man. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it. You want it that bad, you can have that motherfucker. Cash me out, cash me out. But I'm starting to feel it again, man. This new one that I got coming, the lower. I should have it next week. And what you think it is?
Man, I don't know, man. I think it might be that.
I'm gonna give it to you like that. It's PSA. It's a PSA gun.
I don't know, man.
9mm, and it's coming with an F5 brace. So if you know, you know.
Is it just a straight PSA upper and lower? It's all PSA?
It's all PSA. What up, though?
They got an AR9 or
Luke.
ARP or something like that, don't they?
Oh,
or it might be like it ain't like the AK. They got a AKV or something.
Oh yeah, they got that fucking the Stizen.
That shit with the little
Call of Duty. It's an AKV, but instead
with the shit
of
on the bottom,
additional mag, it's got that tool. It's that tool mag, like a little lump, like a.
That ain't it, is it?
You know what? Thinking about that mud.
Shit.
Nah. But I ain't gonna lie. My mind was on getting it, but I'm like, you know what?
Shit.
You know what? I had an AKV before from Palmetto State Armory. I had an AKV before. And then remember when I had that other AKV style gun? It was a Draco 9S.
Yep.
Was dope too. I didn't even get a chance to shoot that one. That was dope. The 9S. And it only cost me $640 from Point Blank. But nah, that ain't it.
You don't get to. What kind of mags do it take?
It takes shit. If I say this, I'm gonna give it away. But fuck it. It takes Scorpion mags.
It's the AR.
It takes Scorpion mags.
It's the ARV.
Give it away.
ARV?
Huh?
It's the ARV?
Nope.
It's not the ARV?
No.
What do you got? What you got coming up? I'm a cheat. I'm cheating now.
It's
I'm
that
cheating up.
Somebody mentioned it earlier in the comments.
What are you getting?
Somebody mentioned it earlier in the chat.
The AR-PCC?
It's 9mm. It takes Scorpion mags.
Oh, Scorpion mags.
It's kind of new up on Palmetto State Armory. It's kind of new. And I'm getting that mud where the brace is an FDE, flat dark earth. I'm not opposed to the black one, but I don't think they make that particular brace in black. This F5 brace with the tail hook is FDE. Yeah. The upper, I probably got to get it in FDE, or I might get it in black. I don't know. And then next on my list, I want to get another 300 blackout too, but I want it to be a particular gun from PSA. See, I'm fucking with PSA now. I'm not dealing with all that other, I've had it all, from the Daniel defenses to the Maxim defenses to the BNTs, to the IWIs. I've had them all, and I never had
Right.
no issues with those brands except for BNT.
Right.
This is why I never want another BNT. Maybe it was just me. I never really shot my guns the way I should have been shooting them. But they probably need to be broken into. But one of them was used, so it should have been already broke. The GHM, and I'm not here to shit on BNT because I know they got a lot of BNT fan boys. I'm not shitting. I'm just saying it didn't work out with me, and that's why I don't want.
I got you.
And I only had one Daniel Defense, and that was that Mark 18. And I kind of let that go and put the money towards getting that Strybog 45, which I kind of
Strybog. So Baltimore want to know Strybog or CZ. Which one?
You talking to me?
Yeah, he want to know which one you choosing, Strybog or CZ.
I gotta go with CZ. Because
he said $2. He see the donation.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Do you know? Wait a minute. I got my first Scorpion in 2016. Was it 2015? Then I had got another Scorpion that had the SB Tactical side folding brace on it. Then I had got another Scorpion, which was that micro Scorpion. That motherfucker had that PDW brace that you just rip out. I had.
You said you ain't like that. You ain't like that brace.
I did like it. I just got the SB Tactical side folder one. I just like to have options. So I had that one. Then I had got one from my nephew. That's 4. And then I had got the full size Scorpion 3+. Remember that one? I had the 3+. That's the latest, greatest one, the 3+.
Was that the long one?
Huh?
That was the long one, right?
Yeah, it was the full size. It wasn't the micro. It was the full size. I had 5 Scorpions. I've never had no issue. Every time when I put the trigger, them Scorpions go bang. Wherever they make them at, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, I think Slovakia is the one that makes the Strybog. CZ is damn. But they 2 countries that's in close proximity. I forget which one makes the Scorpion, but I'm gonna work with the Scorpion CZ all day. All day. This shit is just, they build like tanks, man. They work. They work. For sure.
Got you. So how you so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this. How do you feel about this whole SIG mishaps?
Man, I've been hearing about that mug going off. I heard that it unalived the airman. I don't know too much about it because I never did follow up on it to get all of the details. But I had been hearing for like a year now how that gun would just go off. You know, a police officer said it went off on him right in his squad car. He didn't, so SIG need to whatever they need to do a recall or something. It's got to be some truth to it. It's too much shit is being coming out now. And
mine too.
The airman. Did you hear about that?
I heard it was fake though. Now they saying that somebody shot him or he shot himself or some crazy mess. But my SIG went off on me too. You know what? It was so crazy. I ain't even got one. That shit went off.
Right, I ain't don't play. And if I did get one, I would never have one in the head, with that mug. Nah. So I would definitely not want to buy something that I can't, put something in the head without.
Now that's a safety thing there. When you can't do that, when you cannot carry your firearm ready to fire,
right?
That's a problem. That you don't need to carry that firearm because you missing a step. Now you got to put one in the head. Probably hope it don't go off then until you point at your target. Yeah, that's a low blow. But for the longest they were saying that nothing was wrong with them. Right. They were saying that the firearms was fine. Man, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like some PR. bullshit that they need to just do a recall just to assure people that they up on it, because I don't think the shit is just, people just shitting on it, just rumors and shit, man. It's just too many people saying this shit just go off, and that shit is dangerous.
Oh, you seen the video, right? With the dude, he put one in the chamber and then he shook it. And it went, you seen it, right?
Nah, I ain't seen that video. I haven't seen that video.
Ooh, I carry a high point before I carry a SIG. Look, no cap. I know somebody with a high point right now, and I'm glad he got that high point instead of a SIG. For real. I'm glad this is the only time I'm happy he got that high point, because it ain't no damn SIG.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said they in the hospital? I hope not from a SIG going off on them. They not in the hospital for that, is they?
What's that?
I said, you said somebody that's in the hospital?
No, somebody that carry a high point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody that carry a high point.
Right.
No, that was my fault. But yeah, carry a high point. I'm glad that he don't carry no fucking SIG. That's the only time that mine went off just by racking it. I believe it. Mr.
And we not dragging SIG through the mud, because they got other, that SIG MPX. Woo, man. Yeah. But what I got coming, I think it's gonna be better. I really, all I know, when it came down to shooting it, man, that motherfucker was on par with the MP5 clones that I had. Yeah. So what I got coming is straight direct blowback though. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a blowback, but it's a 9mm, man. So you can't really, 9mm is not gonna have a lot of recoil anyway. And number two, I got the brace on it, so I'm good to go. If I'm good and accurate with that dagger, I'll be good and accurate with the what I got coming to me. You know what I'm saying? And y'all will soon know. Somebody already guessed it right. That was in the chat. But yeah. But nephew, been on for an hour. It's at this point, it's your call if you want to go any further, because
we can keep talking, man, because we got to talk about all this other stuff that's going on, all this nonsense.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the guard in DC,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. I'm on the fence. I've been in DC. I was up there for a couple years, and I've seen some crazy stuff. Just the nightlife. You got to remember, DC nightlife don't end. It's all night. The sun come up. DC is just DC. It's its own piece of property in America. Yeah. Right. They don't have no rules. They do their own thing.
Right.
You walking out of Boston Clarendon at like 5 a.m, and it's people in suits and ties getting out of taxis, going up the office buildings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I could understand how it can get rowdy, because I've seen it get rowdy. And the homeless people out there can get rowdy.
Yeah.
So as far as them cleaning up the crime, I could understand that. But what I don't get is why the National Guard gotta fucking do it. I don't get that. The police should have been doing this shit. It shouldn't have to go this far. That's just me.
It's gotten that far out of
that bad
control. Yeah, it's like gotten that bad. So a lot of people want to bring politics into it, and the dictator Trump. It's a majority black city or whatnot. Who gives a fuck if it's crime out there? If I live in DC, I would welcome the National Guard. They ain't going there just to, shoot people up and all that shit. They going to crack down on crime.
That's right.
That's what you should want. You should want to be able to, live in a crime-free area where you ain't got to worry about nobody, sticking you up, jamming you up, or anything like that. So I don't see what the problem is. But You're gonna always have that certain demographic of people that think like that, that always got to make shit about race, always got to, make shit political.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all divisiveness to divide people, man.
Yeah.
If he's trying to help to to quell the violence and the crime, if you ask me, that's a good thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
All
I'm not
day.
looking at it like that. I mean, because if you, figure out that shit yourself and do that shit yourself, and therefore you don't have to have a third party coming in that help do some shit. So obviously, you
Yeah.
need help. You motherfuckers need help. And let his ass help you. Set in the fucking guard. Everything ain't about racism. Everything ain't about politics and shit. But
Right.
you know, it unfortunately, the society that we live in, people won't always use their playbooks to try to divide us, to get us to vote one way, to get us to vote this way. And at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, none of that shit it really ain't gonna matter at the end of the day. It really
You're
don't.
right. We
It
all
really
going to the
don't.
same place. We all go to the same place. And I'm gonna tell you
Exactly.
something.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something. I know my relationship with the Lord, okay?
Yes.
So I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stand on this. We all going to the same fucking place. Cause ain't nobody been off this earth and came back to say that this is what it is or this is what the fuck it ain't.
Right.
Ain't nobody did that. You understand? Dead ass. Like for real. When we go, I'm gonna go wherever the fuck. Wait, look, if I go first, you going where the fuck I went, and I'm going wherever the fuck my grandparents went. I'm going whatever happens is where we going. Like for real, for real. So
Right.
no, all of this is temporary. I tell people that all the time. This is all temporary. Don't get bent out of shape about none of this. It's like a quarter. It's 50-50. You got heads and tails. You got to take
Exactly.
both of them. You can't have just tails or just heads. You got to take that whole thing in your hand and just have it all and just go with it, man, and make the best out of it. And then don't regret none of this stuff either, because when you do something, you got to remember your actions, whether good or bad, are going to have consequences. And them consequences are all going to be good or bad. So
Right.
you got, and these kids need to take that with them to school every day while they around their little knucklehead friends, because that's what get these young kids in trouble. I was watching the news earlier. A woman got killed by a teenager walking her baby to the bus stop,
Mm.
walking her child to the bus stop. Child didn't get killed, didn't get hurt. Mama dead. Walking now that child is traumatized. The mama's gone. I don't know what the situation was with the father, but come on, it was a teenager. Got him on camera.
So, man, God bless their mamas. So, um, so what was the intent? Attempted robbery, robbery gone bad, or what was the why?
Nothing. They say it looked kind of targeted, but that was it. That was the most that they said. But that's nothing. There was a guy outside of a gas station, 2 o'clock in the morning, unchaining his bike, and guy came up, shot him. He probably got shot about the guy got shot like 50 Cent did, about 9 times. All right, but he survived. He didn't die, but he got shot up like Swiss cheese.
Damn.
Now the cameras show that part, but they don't show what happened inside the store. They ain't released that yet. So I'm thinking something probably happened in the store, and it just bled over to the outside. Dude was trying to leave, and Buddy just got him. I mean, point blank. I'm gonna send you that link.
Okay, this happened in your city.
Nothing happens here, man. I'm in basically in Tijuana. Shit, I'm in hiding.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, send me that. Send me that link, nephew.
Oh,
Send the
here you go
link
right
to me.
here. It's graphic. I'm missing it. This was in Memphis.
Okay.
I'm sending it right now. Can you share it on the live?
That I don't know. YouTube, man, I don't want to, put something on there
Okay,
that's
I
too
just sent it,
graphic
man.
because
It's only 2.5
they,
minutes long.
yeah, they itching to,
Oh, I got you.
yeah, they look for any reason. Because when I think about it, I think about my brother James
Absolutely.
Walker. He did when he had his first channel. He showed a bullfight. He went over to Mexico and he filmed the bullfight and uploaded it. And they took his channel down for that. So what if I'm showing somebody get on a live on here and it's
He
they
wasn't fighting no bulls or nothing like that. They was really that
yeah
in depth about it.
they took his channel, not no
Oh
strikes, they
wow.
took the channel down. So with YouTube, they don't play with that type of shit, especially if they don't already, if they gaming your channel already, if I'm being shadow banned already, they show it so we can take the channel down. So yeah, I trust me, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it as soon as this live is over.
Right.
I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna watch it. But
It's
I just
bad, man. You
yeah
ain't gonna believe it, man. I promise you. You not. I promise. It's you gonna want to go back live after you watch it. Is that crazy? But Ronan Preppers, he said the same thing. I mean, he say we got a godless problem. Too many people with empty hearts. Don't nobody have no sympathy for nobody no more.
right
You know, it's times where I see kids picking on these elderly folks, and I'm thinking, my boy, that's probably your friend's grandparent or something like that.
right
What you doing? Regardless, you have to respect your elders, man, and they don't
yeah
do that. I'm getting tired of getting called OG. I'd much rather be called sir than OG.
yeah
You understand what I'm saying? I'm
right
not that. I'm only 38. I got a little gray right here. That's about it. I'm 38. They keep calling, what's up, OG? No, you got it, OG. You good? Everything all right? You straight? You trying to buy me sodas in the store and stuff? No, little nigga, get out of here. All right. I'm talking
Nothing,
to the
man.
man behind the counter to see which one of these tickets still got the damn the jackpot on it, so I know which one to pick. Move. Like, come on, these little knuckleheaded kids, man, these teenagers. Like, stop trying to be everybody's friend. That's not what we want. We want
Right.
you to get through life and just make it
Yeah.
and not be in prison and be a good person in society and
Right.
somebody that we can look at and say, hey, he beat the odds. Everybody thought he was gonna grow up like such and such, or like his parents or daddy or whatever. The fucking stereotype.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't want to see none of that.
Right.
Me at my point in life, I want to see these kids growing up doing better stuff than we did.
Yeah. That's the
I want to
goal.
see more African Americans on the moon and stuff. Not even just I want to see more men doing stuff in general, inventing stuff. A lot of women invent things, and I love that about women. They smart. They invent. There are a lot of female inventors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of men invent stuff too, but shit like peanut butter. That's all. I don't even like peanut butter. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No cap though. But it start with our youth, man. But more importantly, it start with us leading our youth in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know.
We just don't. It's so unfortunate. Like in my city, so many youth. So far this summer, man, have been either unalive, shot up. You know, they just found the body of I believe, 15-year-old in a cemetery. And the report says, first he was missing and they found his body in the cemetery. I'm like, damn. Then they was saying he had on a ski mask and gloves. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? It's just crazy.
That
It's like, man, it's the violence. I've never seen a time where I've seen so many people die over stupidity, over the most dumb, stupidest scenarios, and
Yeah.
people are literally unaliving people over shit that really don't matter at the end of the day. That's why I say you always, no matter what, keep your, your feelings, keep them in check, because the minute that you let somebody get the best of you, and you no longer thinking rational or thinking with your intelligence, and you just, purely reacting off of emotion, you're gonna end up in a dire situation, man. And it's so unfortunate. I was talking to you the other day on the phone. I told you about the pool party, remember?
Right.
Dude took his mama, elderly mom. She ain't that old though, probably in her 50s, to a pool party. Why would you take your mother to a pool party? That's number one. Number two, there's a lot of drunk people there, and somebody's, brushed up against his mom or whatever, and she,
Yep.
anyway, a situation, altercation occurred
Right.
between his mom and like some girls.
Right.
This motherfucker, instead of breaking it up, which I think he did try to initially break it up, when they was jumping on his mom, this motherfucker pulled out a pocket knife and just go to stab, like wildly, just blindly, just stabbing anybody within reach. He stabbed 4 people. 2 out of that 4 people passed away. It was a girl and the dude that threw the party. He rented out an Airbnb, and that was his friend. I guess he was trying to break it up and got in the way. He took one, and to the heart, I guess, and over, because all this stuff from somebody being drunk and brushing up against his mom. And I guess when
Yep.
his mom demanded an apology or something, the girls tried to fight his mother. And then you
See,
got idiots online condoning this shit, saying that's what them bitches get for beating up on his mom. Nah, I cannot co-sign that shit. You should have never had your mom with you. You could have, mom, let's
bam.
go, let's get out of here. But this dude that did this,
All right.
he had just got out of prison for, I think, attempted murder, where he was stabbing up
Oh,
his girlfriend, his ex-girl or something. So this shit is crazy. Then I told you about the senior citizen, right? The love triangle at the citizen.
yeah,
The
boy.
citizen.
I didn't know they got down like that. Man, look, but you
Even
gotta
they
remember,
cutting up. Yeah,
I've
they
heard some
cutting
shit
up.
like that too out this way, toward Atlanta. But you got to remember, in my mind, when I hear this shit on the news, and they say they ages in their 70s and 80s, at this point, I'm thinking they didn't live their life. They don't give a fuck no more. They just saying fuck it. I'm tired. I ain't getting enough of Social Security. Let me just get some free food and somewhere to sleep. That's all that's happening, man. You got to remember, the world is just fucking, gas ain't fucking damn a dollar no more.
Right.
Shit is rough. Shit
We
is rough,
living
man.
we living in a wicked world, man. And this
You
is
gotta
why
find it.
it go back to what I said. Like, you got to wake up and see the world for what it really is. It's people in this
Right.
world right now that don't have a problem taking you up out of this world. Life is so precious. Life is so short. We gotta love the ones that love us, be there for our families, and not get caught up in distractions and bullshit. Walk away if you can. If you encounter one of them crazy bastards that's out there, crazy savages that's out there, walk away if you can. But the minute that they back you up against the wall and you have no other recourse, then you got to do what you got to do to neutralize that threat. Don't never ever let somebody pull a gun on you. And I know that's fucked up for me to say, but the reality of life is You don't want to wait and see what they're gonna do with that gun. You dig what I'm saying? You don't want to wait and see. They fuck up and pull one on you. You got to do what you got to do. Now,
That's
that
it.
being said, if you see some shit going down or sense some shit going down, why partake in it? Why play a role in it? Why let shit get to that point when you could simply walk away? That's what I'm saying. A lot of shit, if you walk away, hey man, I stepped on your shoe. Oh, my bad, man. I apologize, man. Drink on me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit can be avoided, but people got egos and shit. You know, if you got girls around, you don't want to look like no punk in front of these girls or whatnot. So let me get extra, hyped up, and it's just senseless at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And how you can lose a life or lose your life over nothing. It's just not so worth it, man. That's why I say, no matter what, keep your cool. Keep your cool. It ain't, keep your cool. Walk away. Walk away with your life, your freedom, and back into the people that really loves you, that depends on you, that want you to be here. I want everybody in this room, in this chat, anybody that ever watched this channel, I want y'all to have a long, blessed life. Every single one of y'all. But always remember and keep this in the back of your mind, more so in the forefront. There's motherfuckers out there that's doing the work of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And you can cross their paths, have an encounter with them, have that gun, man. Let that gun be your righteous sword. You know what I'm saying? To protect yourself and repel evil. That's what they for. Because you just never know when shit can hit the fan. Like you said, it's so bad in D.C., National Guard there. Sometimes I feel like they need to send them motherfuckers. Well, they not motherfuckers, they heroes. They need to send them heroes here to whatever hotspot it may be. Trump not fucking, he not fucking around, he not playing around. You know?
And they are trained to do one thing. Handle business. They have orders.
Right.
And they're gonna follow their orders. That's it. They not gonna, if you can say please, no, I'm sorry, all you want. No, if you don't do what they tell you to do and it conflicts with their orders, then that's your ass. It's not gonna be them. It's always gonna be you when it comes to the government.
Right.
Always.
Adrian, some people, for whatever reason, don't like guns. Some people, for whatever reason, think that nothing can ever happen to them. And I would hate, I don't wish that on nobody, but sometimes you can tell people all they want. It's up to them at the end of the day whether they want to listen or not. Maybe she ain't grew up or seen a lot of crime. Maybe it ain't touched her or hit her personally. But I hope that day never come where she's regretting that she wasn't, armed. I hope that day never come. But she needs to be armed in case that day do come. Because having that gun on her, it could be the, it could be the meaning of, it could be the option of life or death. The gun gives you, it's an equalizer. It gives you a fighting chance, But I wish you would listen. I've had this told to me several times where a significant other, just for whatever reason, they think we crazy. They think that, whether you need a gun for, and it's just some people just oblivious to how the world is and how society is. Hopefully one day it'll sink in and you can get her to be armed up, because she don't want a woman don't want to be in a situation where they're being stalked, being raped, being beat on, or even worse. You need that gun, and you really do. You need that gun.
Can I elaborate?
Go ahead.
I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, I had the same conversation with you. Remember?
Sure did.
Same conversation. Guess what? That was what, a little over 2 years?
Yeah.
She still don't carry no firearm. But I'm supposed to be Superman when you out in the world. Hell to the nah. You got to understand. You said wife. I'm assuming that y'all are old enough. Y'all adults. Y'all married. This is my input. You can tell her all day long. It's just like anything else in life. Unfortunately, experience is the best teacher. She's gonna have to learn, or some shit is gonna have to happen for her to say, "Oh my Lord,
yeah,
I can't rely on you to get here or the police. I need to be able to handle this." Especially if y'all got kids. Right. If it's hurting the kids, she need to be able to handle whatever the threat is, and that's it. Period. Point blank. Period. You both do. It needs to be Mr. and Mrs. Smith type of fucking relationship.
Yeah.
All right. Because if not, how are you gonna rely on her to have your back, and how is she gonna expect you to have hers? I think every couple should have that type of. I love the gun channels, but I would love to see more gun.
You're right.
Gun couples. Channels. Yeah. I see men. I see women. I don't see too many couples. I would love that. That would be hot to see how people, because some guns women can handle and some guns they can't handle.
Right.
And some guns, men, our hands are too big for stuff, but other things, we can handle just fine. They can handle smaller stuff. We can handle bigger stuff. But then again, shit. I seen her. I think she was maybe like a teenage, maybe 16, 17, shooting a 12 gauge like it was nothing the other day.
Wow.
Range. When I went and shot the doe,
yeah,
she was shooting it like it was nothing. Looked like a toothpick. Young girl, could tell she was young, but she was shooting that 12 gauge. And the only reason I knew it was a 12 gauge because it sounded just like mine when she was shooting slugs, and you could tell
someone taught her.
Slugs.
Hopefully it was her dad or father figure. Someone taught her.
He was out there with her.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's incredible when you see a woman, especially that type of gun, because the recoil effect or whatnot. But that's the best of the best when your significant other is, they know what to do in the time of need in a shit hit the fan situation, because it might be a situation where you get took out. Yep. And if you're the only one that's proficient in your firearms and nobody else is, then
it might be multiple threats. It might be multiple threats. One coming in the front, one coming in the back.
Right.
You can't be in two places at once.
Exactly.
So I mean, anything it's always good. It's always good, man. Oh, you was in the military. Okay, same here. I'm a vet too. See, look at that. Same last name. We might be related. Hell. I'm just playing, bro. Also was a weapon instructor. Oh my goodness. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. At least have them. And for her being been in the military was also, and she still okay. So I'm assuming she was in the military and the weapons instructor. So her being in the military is enough for her to know how to handle a firearm or two. So at least have them to where she can access them, but not to where they just out in the open where like kids and shit can get to them, because if something happened, I promise her instinct gonna kick the fuck in. It's gonna have to.
Right.
She ain't gonna fuck around and just say, "Oh no." Ain't nobody gonna do that, especially being a veteran and you know how to shoot. I don't give a fuck what your gender is.
I mean,
We all go to basic training.
it also depends on, you got different like levels. Like you got some women, and then I'm gonna even go as far as some men. They just don't like guns. They hate guns. They might have had a bad experience with them. They suffering. What's that word? PTS.
PTSD.
Oh yeah, PTSD. Because it's it might have been a horrific situation that they was involved in, and they just don't like it. So I'm not. It's no judgment here. Everybody got their reasons, but when it comes to your life, when it comes to your safety, when it comes to your loved ones, your family, you still have to set aside that the best that you can, because at the end of the day, if you got a home invasion happening, upon you, and your house is being broken into, and you don't have a gun to put them savages in their place, and you basically banking on the police to get there in time to save you when they get there in minutes when seconds matter, it's not going to end well on your behalf. Just having that one tool and being proficient with it, going to the range, making sure it's reliable, that can make the difference between life or death. So my question to you is, how much do you love your life? No, your life, sir, and I salute you. Thank you for your service, for being in the military. But she may be banking on you to be the knight in shining armor. You are the man, and yeah, you got to deal with the situation. But like my nephew said, what if you got multiple intruders? What if you get took out? Then what? Then what? What she's going to do then? So she got to figure it out. Y'all got to figure it out. But people can be stuck in their ways, and to be honest, you can't. Everybody is not going to listen to you. Everybody is not going to see life through your eyes the way you see it. And that's just, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. It's like that, and that's the way it is. So this is why it's going to always be victims. It's always going to be sheep, because they're going to always be thinking that they don't need to be armed, and nothing's ever going to happen to them. But, look at the Target store that got shot up the other day. That touched me, because I had a job at one point, collecting carts and shit. And this guy, this teenager, this kid doing his job, making an honest living, collecting them carts, lost his life due to a crazy ass savage. A grandfather and child lost their life.
Yeah.
When them people set off to go to that Target, they didn't know that shit was going to go down. They didn't know that was going to happen. They didn't know it was going to be a crazy ass savage up in there gunning people down. But that's just how fast, in the blink of an eye, that shit can go down. And it can happen anytime, any place, anywhere.
Either you're going to be ready or you ain't. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Either you're going to be ready or you not.
That's
period.
It. We got to be ready. We can't go out like no sucker. We can't go out at the hands of a crazy motherfucker or a savage.
That's right.
We can't go out that way. I'm telling you, dude, this shit, it's mad fucking like crazy out here right now. People are unaliving you for nothing. The stupidest shit. And I don't get it, man. Nobody wants to walk away no more. It ain't like how it was in the 70s and 80s. And I'm saying people were dying then. But damn, not like over shit like what we seeing on the news now, where if you look at a motherfucker the wrong way, they ready to blow your fucking head off.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's dangerous. And the only way we're going to be able to combat that, stay armed up, stay prayed up, stay armed up, and come up with a contingency plan in your household in case your house be the next one targeted. Cause these ain't shit savages, they ain't shit, man. They'll come in and want to run through your woman, go, mess with your kids, torture you, and it's all fun and games to them. No, don't be no victim. Fight the fuck back. Send them on their way. Send they stinking asses to Funky Town. Send them on their way to Funky Town. They fucking with you now. That's your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's your life. You ain't did nothing wrong. You don't hustle. You don't work hard. You got your side hustle. Everything you worked for, you earned it. Who gives them the fucking right to come in and take your shit? And it ain't even about your valuables no more. They coming in just to fuck with you.
That's it.
They on that God mode shit. They want to have control over whether you live or whether you die. I'd be damned if I give somebody that kind of power over me where I'm on my knees begging and pleading. Please let me live. Take whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But let me and my family live. Nah, that ain't me. I'm going to light your motherfucking ass up like a Christmas.
As soon as you come through the door, right? It ain't going to be no time to talk.
You come through that door, and especially if you ain't drunk and got the wrong house and you aren't, motherfucker, you got on a mask. Oh no.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
Hey,
we gotta talk about that.
Yeah,
these kids with these ski masks. Look, that ain't cool. That shit ain't. I was growing up, man. I ain't never seen no damn ski mask all on TV, like in movies. People out skiing in the mountains, actually using them what they was intended for. My son asked for a ski mask. Can you have a ski mask for what? You got to go rob banks? You ain't ever seen me wear no ski mask,
right?
So where the hell you getting this idea from? Hanging out with the crowd, with the wrong ones.
Right, wrong ones.
Ask me for a fucking razor. For what? What are you gonna shave with it? Nigga, you 13. Come on. Get the fuck out of here, kid. Be a kid.
Right.
Be a kid. Right. But everything is at their fingertips now. And the technology is really hindering the way that they comprehend things and interpret things. All right. They don't read between the lines anymore. Yeah. They either all the way on or they all the way off. And it's like they just lost. But they lost when it come to real world stuff, but they can relate to video games and Instagram and technology and stuff. Right. And that's what blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. I don't get it.
I have a son, and I talk to him, and I said, you have to figure it out while you're young. You have to put the work in while you're young. So when you get to my age, you're supposed to be straight. You should be straight. But you got to make sure. Like I tell them all the time, like I made mistakes in my life. And I wish I could go back to 20, being 18. Man, I would have, shit. Man,
so much stuff different. So much.
Life is not fair. And life is so short. So you got to, while you young and able-bodied, you got to put the work in. Go to college, military. It don't matter, but get something going for your life, for yourself. So later on, you basically working hard to set yourself up for having a comfortable life in your later years. You know what I'm saying? When you can retire and shit, that's the key. But some just don't want to listen. And, no matter how much you talk to them, preach to them, or whatever, you know, I just one thing I do not want or I can't let happen. I can't let the streets get to my kid. I
Right.
cannot because
You a good dad. You a great father for that.
I
That's
cannot let
it.
the streets. I will not allow. I'm very, even though he grown basically. He always gonna be my kid no
Yep.
matter what. He gonna be my kid, and you know I'll take a bullet for him, and I know he is likewise. You know what I'm saying? But we
It
not
falls
gonna
on
try to put ourselves in a situation like that. I'm
it falls
glad
on
that
us.
yeah. I'm glad my kid ain't really out there in the streets like that, trying to hang out in the streets. And you
Mm-hmm.
know, I wasn't really like that either. You know, when I was his age, you know, I did some crazy reckless shit back in the day, but you know, my son
Mm-hmm.
like an angel compared to my crazy ass, how I was wilding out back then. And it's all about just setting an example, man, being a role model. And, you know, like when
Yeah.
I see kids selling water or candy or whatever, I'm going to support them.
Right.
I'm going to buy some candy. I'm going to buy some water from you, multiple bags. Because guess what? You could be, you out there hustling, you
Yeah.
know, and you ain't hurting nobody. You could be out there trying to rob somebody. It was a 15-year-old kid last week lost his life.
Oh no.
I'm not talking about the one that was found in the cemetery yesterday. This one was killed last week. No, I think earlier this week, trying to rob somebody. Man.
Man, it's sad, man.
Kid
Well,
trying to rob a 20-year-old.
we heard about the fucking kid. I heard about that. I heard about that.
Yeah,
Now you heard about the little kids. Now I see what you're saying about giving the kids, when if they selling candy and stuff. Me personally, I'll make like a cash donation. Give them a
yeah,
couple dollars
yeah.
because now they doing the scams to where they scamming to getting in your cash app and stuff like that.
Right.
So they getting smart with it, and not all of them is doing that. But then
Yeah,
again, like I said, no, like you said, it's just you got to lead your kids in the right direction, man.
you got to.
You
You
got
got
to, and then you can't do that from a jail cell. At
no.
all points in time, you
Right.
should be able to say, I can physically go to where my kid at and put hands on him if I need to, or her if I need to, as a
Right.
man.
Right.
As a man, you need to be able to say you can do that at all times. All right. I don't give a fuck if you in their life every day or not. You need to know where your kids is at, or at least
Exactly.
be able to access them and find out where they at.
Right.
Because
Right.
that's one for me. Because you got me fucked up if you gonna mess my name up.
Exactly. And
That's not happening.
you got to be in their life, man. You got to. I know some dudes right now. I pay my child support, and I'm not knocking that shit. You know, it didn't work out with the mom or whatever. But at the same time, child support ain't shit. You got to spend time, show that kid that you love. You know what I'm saying?
And
Material
that's
shit and money, you got to spend time with
yeah.
them. And
I tell
then
you
I
one.
have no respect for them ain't shit motherfuckers, them deadbeat motherfuckers that get a woman pregnant, and just
Both
because they ain't together, they gonna ignore the baby too and all that and shit, man. I
both
can't.
sides though. Both sides. You
It
ever
cuts
seen a
it cuts
man that
across
wanted
both
to be?
sides.
You ever seen a man that wanted to be in his kid's life,
Yes,
but then
yes,
had the ain't shit baby mama that was
yep,
bitter and
yep.
held that over
Mm-hmm.
his head and all this other shit? Man,
You know that
they
that
got
that
it's a
touch
special
that
place in
touch
hell
that,
for that.
that that's very personal to me because I went through that shit with my son. You know, the minute we broke up, and the minute that she saw that I moved on, okay, I'll never forget that day. It was a hot summer, I think it was like in August or something. It was all I know is it was hot, and she called me. And she was like, me and your son, we hot over here. All we got is a fan. We need to come over there and and cool off up under that AC you got. And I'm like, yeah, my son can come, but my woman is right here right now. My son can come. I'll be over there in like 10 minutes to pick him up. But you can't come. I'm with my new woman. That didn't fare too rare with her.
Just ain't like that.
You know what I'm saying? I said it just like that. And she was like, well, you know what? She was like, well, fuck you. She was like, fuck you. I guess your son gonna have to just be hot too. You ain't seeing your kid no more. And I hate to even I hate to even bring this up because we're in a good place now. But to make a long story short, I had to go and get the rights at the Friends of Court to get my parenting time and stuff to see my kid, man. And it was so worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Was y'all married or something?
So worth it. Huh?
Y'all was married?
Nope.
Dang, she was just petty than a mofo.
But we was together damn near like 10 years.
Well,
and
I'm sorry
it was
that you had
just,
to go through that.
I ended up, it was just horrible. I would have to go over there and see him. And I'm like, nah, this ain't how it should be. You know what I'm saying? And, my son been, living with me since like 2013, So it worked out. I have a good relationship now with his mom,
Mm-hmm. Did she apologize for that or what? Like she just don't care or she act like it didn't happen? Like what happened with that?
It was just a situation where she was just feeling, bitter because, we parted ways and we used to like be on and off and I would always take her back or whatever that we was going through at the time. But this time I met somebody, and it was just the disrespect was just so outrageous, man. I couldn't go back to being with her. It was just outrageous, the disrespect level. So I moved on. And when she clearly saw that I moved on and I was with someone, then, she just, she was in her feelings, man. I guess she was feeling scorned, I guess. Ain't nothing like a scorned woman, you feel me? They gonna try to make you feel that hurt.
And they will do some shit and take it to the grave.
That's my seed. My son, the way I look at it, my son, that's my bloodline. That's an extension of me. Yeah. So I gotta have him in my life. That's when I leave this earth, he's gonna continue to carry on my legacy or whatever. But I want him to be better than me, 100 times better than me. That's the goal. Why I'm so proud of him that he ain't getting caught up in all this street shit, man. That's why everything he need or want, I do my best to look out and get it for him because he's never caused me no problems at all, period, man. Never lied to me. Never, ever. I can say that on everything I love. My kid has never,
That's a blessing, bro.
Lied to me.
That's a blessing, bro. That is a blessing, man. Because kids are some sneaky motherfuckers.
Yep.
They sneaky as hell. They'll take shit to the grave too.
Right. But yeah, I'm gonna elaborate. I got the Jackal 9 lower. I'm getting the Jackal.
Motherfucker.
FDE.
Damn it. FDE Jackal.
I just went up on Mag Shack and ordered me. I wanted, because my shit by being FDE, it's not.
I like it.
It's not shipping with a mag, right? So I'm trying to find the FDE mag. That motherfucker is hard to find because it takes scorpion pattern mags, right? I'm trying to find a scorpion mag and FDE. The closest thing I could find, they had one in smoke. What you call it? Black smoke glass.
Was it clear?
They got a clear one, and then they got the smoky one. I ended up ordering one of those, and then I plan on getting one from Spencer because Spencer got I think the mag pool 35 rounders. So I
Yeah.
plan on getting one when I pick up my receiver, my lower. I mean, when I pick up my lower sometime this next week, because I ordered it today. So I'm assuming
Congratulations.
it ain't gonna ship until with Palmetto State Armory. I ordered it like around 7 o'clock today. That bitch ain't gonna ship till probably like Monday or Tuesday. When it ship, I'll have it probably Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, it's the
They
weekend,
fast,
so
man.
yeah, but it's the weekend though. They got
And
caught on the weekend.
the next gun I want to get once I get this one, I want to get the Jackal and the pistol Jackal and 300 blackout. Oh my god, man! Oh my god!
You don't have no 300 blackouts?
I don't have. I've owned 300 blackout. That Rattler, that was a 300 blackout. Then I had got a 300 blackout from MCS Gear Up, which is another top-notch fucking company that's legit. The only issue that I got with them, it really is no issue. It's just take kind of long for them to ship it to you because a lot of they shit, like they uppers and shit, they build those uppers. Once you order it, they
build them in house. Yeah,
they build that shit and put all of the components in it, and that's why it take upwards to 3 weeks for it to get to you. It might the last time I ordered from them, that shit was like 2 years ago. They might sped it up now, but it took about 3 weeks for it to get to me. And a lot of people be impatient and shit. Like I know when I pay for something, I want my shit right away. You took my money right away, so I want my shit to get to me as fast as possible. But yeah, I ordered. Let me show you this motherfucker.
You know what I end up doing? I'm like that too. I like to go I'll get on the freaking website and find a dealer that's got it and go get that shit.
Right.
If they got the model that I want, that and then I'm bad about going like I said, I hit the pawn shops, but I'll go in the pawn shops to get ammo.
Yeah.
And I'll come out with a firearm. I do this all the time. All the fucking time. I'll go in there to get like some 9 or some 12 gauge. Right. You shoot that the most, because them the guns you rely on the most.
Man, when I spotted, I've been wanting the Jackal, right? But when I got rid of that MPX, I said, you know what? I said, I ain't got no more 9mm PCC. So I got to looking, and I'm like, I might get another Mac 5. I'm like, nah, I want something more modern. Let me look at the Scorpion. Now, Scorpions this time last year, man, them motherfuckers was $650 on Palmetto State Armory. I kid you not, the Micro Scorpion was going for like $650. Okay. Now them motherfuckers is like $1,300. Now they don't went back up on the price. So I said, nah, I don't want that. I want something different. I want something that's gonna stick out. I want something that's gonna look good. So when I saw this right here, this bad boy. You see it?
Oh, yes, sir. The FDE, yes, sir.
I should have that sometime.
Yep.
That's the 9mm. But they also got it for the 300 blackout too.
Now that you say it take CZ mags?
It takes CZ Scorpion pattern mags. And now I can't find one for nothing. I spent about an hour on the internet because I don't just order from any site. I go to trusted sites, right? I can't find it for nothing. So the closest that I'm gonna get is that smoke mag, and I'm gonna order a regular 35 round P mag from Spencer when I'm gonna buy it from Spencer when I pick it up from the shop. Then I'm gonna just get the upper. The upper is only $600.
I got you.
The upper is only $600.
And see, this is my thing. This is what I was saying. My thing is I'm gonna stick to Colt mags and Glock mag lower PCCs. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to them. And the only reason I'm gonna stick to the Colt mags is because I don't even think he on there now. I don't think Bennett. I don't know if he had saw that, but he said no, she wasn't trying to be a weapons instructor. He said he was trying to teach her.
Oh, okay.
So, and I was like, oh, my bad. I apologize for the misunderstanding, brother. Right. And I see what he's saying now. Okay. But I'm gonna stick because when I bought that, I ain't never had no Colt mags. But 23. I got 23 of them suckers. You know, I can have 10, or I can have 11 for one, and then 12 for another one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But either way, it's gonna be 9mm. I can just load them all the fuck up.
Yeah.
And just have another PCC in that caliber, or I could do the Glock pattern because I just got a hella stash of Glock because I run a lot of Glock double stacks.
Right.
Magazines. I think I got a drum. I didn't know they made a drum mag for that Colt pattern magazine, and that's another thing. I see a lot of PCCs where they running these triggers. So when I get my Colt, when I do, I'm gonna wait and get another lower, get that Colt lower before I put the trigger in this.
Right.
I'm gonna wait because I would hate to put that trigger in this and something happen and my lower get fucking destroyed or whatever the fucking case, and I don't have no replacement to run. I got you, B. All right, so I would hate that. So I'm gonna do it by the book first.
Right. Go subscribe to my nephew's channel too. So hit this one up, subscribe to this one. We're gonna show YouTube who the real boss is. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, keep me limited to a certain amount of subscribers. Nah, man, we're gonna break that. We're gonna break that ceiling, that glass ceiling, and we're gonna blow this fucking channel up and support my nephew Res B channel too. I really do like that classic old school look on that motherfucker. How do it shoot? That's what I forgot to ask you. How does it shoot?
I'm looking at it now. It's a bad motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you what I did have to do when I got it. The magazine, like you could wiggle it and it would fall out. All right, so
it didn't lock in.
It locked in, but it didn't stay in after you wiggle it. So the mag catch was bad. So I just had to replace that. Okay. I replaced the mag catch. So when I shot it, I was like, something ain't right. Because it was like every 3 rounds, it would kind of just from the vibration, it would rattle loose.
Right.
And the bitch, it would fall out. I said, hell no, something ain't right. I stuck it in and I shook it right at the range and shook it, and it fell out again. Bullets went everywhere. Like 6 bullets popped out because them Colt mags, the bullets don't really stay in there. They just go flying out.
Right.
So I said, all right, I got you. I took the mag catch out of my 5.56, the only 5.56 I have ever had. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not a 5.56 guy. I took the mag catch out of that. That's what's in it now. Put that in there. That motherfucker just butter.
Wow.
Butter.
No recoil. None of that. It's 9mm.
It's fun to shoot. That is probably the funnest gun that I have to shoot. I got AK. I got an AK. I got my Zastava in there. My Zastava is my favorite gun.
Okay.
Out of all of them, favorite. Just because I know what it is and what it's gonna do. But as far as just a fun gun to shoot for fun,
so what you think about that kitty cat though? Because that was on my list too.
I think that's gonna be a lot of recoil for that short package. That's what I think. It's probably fun as hell, but nobody probably likes to shoot that. Shoot this, and you'll probably have a great time because it's less recoil.
Right. I'm looking it up.
A lot less recoil.
And this one they sold out, but this is the they sold out. This is the one Spencer got right now. And I thought about getting it, but I'm like, I don't need no more 5.56.
Cool.
That's that kitty
cat.
Yeah, DPMS, I believe, is made by.
I would change. I like that a lot. I would just change the handguard on that.
But yeah, that's it. That's the one he got.
I like that.
He got about
because they really didn't use that, did they?
There. You said what?
Did they use that? How much did he charge? How much is he charging? He sell it at his shop?
At his shop. Like 6 something. From what I was
how much are
like
they?
$600 and some dollars.
Huh?
Yeah. It was like 600, and it
He
might have
got
been like
some right now.
650 or something like that.
He got some right now.
Last time when I went up in there, he had 3 of them right there on the counter, and he might have had more of them in the back. The reason why I didn't fuck with it is because the next one besides that Jackal 9, I'm planning on getting a Jackal and 300 Blackout, a Jackal pistol and 300 Blackout. That's gonna be my next, and then I'm done.
I got you.
But
I'm gonna fuck with that kitty cat because this is your 3rd time. I know you probably don't realize it. This is your 3rd time mentioning it to me, and I looked at it.
What it reminds me, it's like one of them, nostalgic, like throwback classic guns, like the one you got, that DOE. That's a bad motherfucker.
With the carry handle. With
the carry handle on there, man.
But see, now that I got this, I gotta have that to go with it. That's just me. And you said $600?
It's like 6 something and some change. It's at Spencer's, and he got a
website. He got a
website.
Just text me the link when you get a chance.
I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna ask him for his website because we be communicating through Instagram anyway.
I was gonna get this drive next
because his FFL is only $25, but he let me get it for $20. Because I don't gave him so many good deals on some of my guns. Shit, Spencer probably got like 5 or 6 of my guns for my collection.
Now he got the legit kitty cat. Like he got legit kitty cat, or is it like pieced together
clone.
Kitty cat?
This is the legit kitty cat made by a company called DPMS. Let me put it up.
DPMS kitty cat.
That's the same one. It's just that the ones he got is in 5.56. They got the newer ones in 300 Blackout, but I don't think I want one of those. I want to get a Jackal in 300 Blackout.
He has them going for 6 something right now.
Yes.
They going for 7 and some change on Gunbroker all day long. That is a fucking steal because you got to think about it. Like, if I was to go through Gunbroker, I'd pay 7 something and then still have to pay for shipping.
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way: it's under $700. It might be like 6
subs.
It might be. It's definitely under 700. I don't remember the exact price, but I do remember it saying it was 600 and maybe like 670 or something like that. It's under $700, and he got 3 of them.
$669.99 right now, but it's in 300 Blackout. Here you said it's in 5.56.
The one he got, the 3 that I saw that was on his counter was 5.56. And man, soon as I got home, I researched it, put it up on YouTube. It's nice. No complaints. The only thing I would do if I got one was swap out that hard ass brace and put one of them SB Tactical SB4 braces on it. And it'll still look good. It'll still look good. That's if I got one. But if I had to choose between that and a Jackal 300 Blackout, I'm gonna go with that Jackal, baby. I'm going with that Jackal. That Jackal, because you know that same F5 brace that I got for my Jackal 9 that I have. They got the same setup, but it's in 300. It costs like $100 more. It's the same setup, but it's in 300 Blackout.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. Not only that,
that's gonna make me want to get the suppressor too. But go ahead.
Not only that, you got to remember with the Jackal, you got to look at the top. You on the kitty cat, you got a handguard. Your optics mounts is gonna be like off. You're not gonna be able to mount that stuff like gooseneck, something called a gooseneck optic mount for this.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go down, it's gonna hang down and then go out over that handguard.
Yeah. I've seen people with that exact setup, what you just said.
Yes, that's the only way to do it. Like I can't put no light on that. That's just for me. that's my nostalgic. That's my gun. That's my hey. I got something that ain't nobody else got gun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
That's
nephew.
why I got something ain't nobody else got gun.
Yeah, no, nephew. When you were in the military, what was your main? Because you said it before, but I don't forget, man. I might have been drinking something that night. But your main sidearm duty gun, pistol, and then you had a long gun, right?
Oh, it was M9. Yeah, we carried 9mm.
So your sidearm was a M9.
Yep.
And what was
what
was your long gun?
That was it. It was M9. Didn't need a long gun, not for my job.
Oh, okay. So is that made by SIG?
No, Beretta.
Oh, Beretta. Okay. So they got obviously they got a contract with the Army then, or the military.
I mean, but you got to remember, I got out in fucking 2015, 2016. So it's been 10 years. 10 years. They didn't have several contracts since then, you know.
Yeah.
Been out for 10 years.
Right.
I got in and I signed my contract 05. So you gotta remember, man. You know, somebody said something about the Honey Badger. That's a good can to go and a good gun to go with. But no, military, I love it. I would recommend it. I'm not one of the people to say, nah, I don't do it. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say it just like I tell everybody else, man. It ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's a reason why it's only 1% of this country is military. Only 1%. When I say military, that's all the branches.
Right.
That's the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Space Force now. Just say Coast Guard. I'm forgetting one. Oh, Marines, them damn motherfuckers.
Yeah, Marines.
Yeah, them niggas. Yeah, them crazy motherfuckers. Sons of bitches. I'm just playing. No offense, Marines. No offense, y'all. Y'all know we
so
give
you was
each
in the
other
service
hell.
for 10 years.
Yeah, no. Well, technically, on my paperwork, it says. I ain't gonna lie. I think my paperwork say 13.
Oh wow.
I ain't lying. I think it says 13. I had to check. I'll check and show you and send you a picture. You gotta be strong, you know. Always. It ain't for the weak. That's right.
Yeah. So, I'm a little. I remember vaguely. My bad, nephew. But were you ever like deployed, like in
not overseas?
War zone?
No, never did none of that. I'll tell you quick. I never did none of that. It was never overseas.
Okay.
I was CONUS. So I was up in Washington D.C. a lot, and you know,
Homeland Security.
Work with them, yeah. Work with them without going too much into detail now, like I did last time. Yeah, work with them. Work with them. Yeah, Homeland Security. That's it. Homeland Security did that. Did Border Patrol. Homeland Security did that. You know, and that's what I tell people. You know, a lot of times people don't understand. The border has been unsecure for so long. It's been like this for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not for it or against it. I stay out the way. We all gonna fucking die one day anyway. That's how I see it. All right.
Yeah.
But I did do Border Patrol. And that was my job at the time in the military. You know, I did that. I think on my site we caught 12 illegals crossing at my site in one night. Just at my site, 12. So that was you know, just border patrol. You know, you just do it. You out there in the middle of nowhere doing this shit.
Right.
You know, you out there. It's you or them.
What are your thoughts on Trump signing off on like special forces versus the cartels? Like, I think they can go in there and like preempt some shit, try to take out some kingpins, these cartels and shit. And do you think it'd be some blowback right here in the streets of the United States? Because I've been saying on the news where they've been, intercepting like guns and ammo, like large, like and this shit is like in safe houses. They not trying to take them across the border. They stocking up shit over here.
You preaching to the choir. You already know what's up, and this is why we already have firearms in our
Yes.
houses, loaded and ready to go.
Yes.
So it's not
essential.
if it's not if it's when. Okay. Adrian has said military is the best college institution. I agree, man. A lot of people, military would help them out dearly. I don't know how I'm gonna wear it like this. Military will help you out dearly. I mean, even if you're not a bad person, you ain't got to be a shit ass or be in trouble or on punishment to go to the military.
Right.
Nah, fuck, just do it to see what it's about. I mean, it's fun. You get to travel the world. You get to meet people. I met people that never saw black people before. It was 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they was touching us and pinching our skin like, are y'all real? And we was like, yeah, this is it. It was, wow. Oh my God, we only saw it on TV. They never saw black people in their life. They saw them in the airport, but was scared to even say anything until they got around us in the barracks and was relaxed and was touching us. I think one was from Alaska and another guy was from Oregon. That was it. Those were the 2. Never saw black people before, and I was amazed. But that is how diverse the world still is.
Yeah.
Well, specifically America. So that being said, everybody don't have access to the internet. Everybody don't have access to real world things. Some people might experience video games growing up. Other people might experience, working on the farm, raising pigs growing up. We all gonna come from different backgrounds. My thing is this: can't fault nobody. I can't fault nobody for how they was brought up, and I don't want anybody to fault me for the way I was brought up. We have to agree that we are just different and have different beliefs.
Right.
And have to understand that we all gonna fucking die. We've been dying since the day we was born. All right. Yeah. We all gonna go to the same place. I don't see the point of any of this shit. I'm more of them. I don't care as long as it don't fuck with me and what I got going on. It don't fucking bother me.
Right.
But at the same time, if it's wrong, I got morals. That the whole Uvalde with the kids getting left for fucking dead. That pisses me off to this day to think about right now,
Right.
If kids was left for dead.
If anybody that truly believes that the police is really going to save you and you depending on, 911, just go back and look at the Uvalde, Texas, situation where you had, children in the bathroom being slaughtered. And you got cops in Call of Duty gear, shields, armored, and they was too pussy to confront that fucking savage, and those kids, was unalived or either bled out.
They wouldn't even say them kids. What makes you think they're gonna save you? Like, come on.
Exactly.
Come on,
you living in a fantasy world. You living in a fantasy world. If you think that
they wouldn't even say them fucking kids, yo.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. That pisses me off every time I think about it.
The world is fucked up with a lot of wicked, demonic people in it, and you got to protect your peace
It's
and
fucked up,
protect
yeah.
your life literally 24/7, 365 days a year. Because when that devil try you, I guarantee you it's going to be when you least expect it. And you need to be ready. You need to learn to expect the unexpected and get comfortable thinking like that. You got to get comfortable. Even if you're in a situation that seems so minute, you got to always have the wisdom to think ahead and be like, okay, what if something happened and this situation can go left? What would I do? What action should I take? You got to have 5 steps, be 5 to 10 steps ahead of them demons, of
At
those
all
seven.
times,
You
man.
got to at all times keep your head on the swivel, stay frosty, and be able to predict. Okay, it didn't go left, and things didn't go bad. I'm good, but you always got to have that thought process. Therefore, you can't just interject yourself in any situation that's popping off. You got to assess that situation. Look at the
Mm-hmm.
possibilities of that shit going left, and is it
Read the
worth
room.
me losing my life over some bullshit? I'm not gonna get caught up in that sticky ass rap. I'm getting the fuck up out of there. I'm escaping from it, back into my life, back into the people that love me,
Mm-hmm.
back, with my freedom, you know. But if you give me no other recourse, I don't have no chance because I'm not going to ever put my life in the hands of somebody else and speculating whether they're going to take my life or not. Especially if I
That's
got
right.
my Funky Town syndrome on me. You don't
That's right.
fucked up now.
That's what it's for. And another thing, you gotta read the room. That situation where he took his mother to that pool party. Me personally, I'd already spotted that bullshit. I would have fucking left.
Yeah,
All right. You gotta read the room. If things are looking sketchy, just move the fuck on. All right. Don't pull out your phone and be nosy. I was reading another news article. Girl got shot in her car trying to flee a shootout and got shot and killed. In the process of trying to flee, 2 people shooting at the damn gas station. So come on. You don't have to be involved in this altercation to be a victim. You don't.
you
You
know,
can be out there minding your damn business, and 2 motherfuckers don't know how to act, and next thing you know, you are fighting for your life. You have to keep your head. You have to read the room.
you
Stop
got to keep
standing in
that
the gas
room.
station talking to everybody, talking to your cousin from church or whatever.
Yeah,
No. All right. I'll see you later. Call me. All right. Stop sitting in your car on the phone when you get home and you parked on the side of the street. Get out the car. Stop sitting there like a target.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Stop
right.
doing it. We have to think smarter because people are looking for targets.
If you know better, you're gonna do better. And the advantage that these no good, devil savages have is they're the ones that they pick and choose the time when they want to rear their ugly ass heads, and they pick the time and the place when they want to when they choose to attack you. But
Mm-hmm.
we need to be ready so we can repel that evil. And they don't get to decide on, even though they get to choose the time and the place when they want to, rob you or try to put a home invasion on you, but they don't have no power over how we respond to that. You come in
Mm-hmm.
my house and you coming to do evil things, and I cannot for the life of me allow you to come into my domain and do harm to my family. I don't give a fuck about me at that point.
Yeah, so
I'm willing to take bullets for my family. You got
mm-hmm.
to go through me to get to my family, and
I'm gonna see black at that point. It's
yeah,
over.
it's just the mere fact that you was brazen enough to try that shit. And like I say, it ain't just one motherfucker. It ain't 2 motherfuckers. We dealing with multiple people, a crew. You gonna have that
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker that's in charge of breaching your door. You gonna have the motherfucker that's assigned to searching your house for valuables, and then you gonna have them freaky motherfuckers that's assigned to taking you to your back bedroom. The
Mm-hmm.
both of you, and they gonna have their way with you because they already hopped up. They already high off of them drugs, sexual stimulants, and they're gonna do horrible things to you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's not, you didn't ask for any of this, but you did a disservice to yourself for not using your God given wisdom to go out there and buy you that gun. Because guess what? Anytime when they meet resistance, they usually turn around and run. Especially if you don't splatter one of their homeboys' heads. They don't want to get their head
Yeah.
splattered
The first
next.
one in the door is always gonna be the first one dead. He dead. First one in the door dead. He
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
I'm sorry to say that word. I'm
Light them
sorry.
up.
He's yeah,
Light them up.
he's gone. But I want to say this: you have to keep it on you though, even in your house.
Yeah.
You have to keep that on you. You can be minding your business, sitting on your couch in your living room. Somebody kick your door in. You're not gonna have time to get up and run to the back room,
You know,
unlock the safe, or open the nightstand. No, it's 1:07 in the morning here where I'm at, and I'm packing. I still got 15 in it, and another two more 15s on the side, on the other side for
yeah,
spares. I'm still fully ready. I don't have to be this way, but I just haven't took my clothes off yet. But still, I would still at
right.
least have my
Exactly.
doggone pistol on my hip. Because I
I
could be sitting
came,
in here in the kitchen and somebody can come through this back door or that front door. I'm not getting up and running through the house to get shit. Wherever you come in at is where you gonna stay at. Because I'm not running.
and
You gonna
unfortunately, you're right because I've had throughout my years of doing this YouTube, people reach out to me that were armed, but they either had their guns locked up in a safe or, in the upstairs bedroom nightstand drawer, and they didn't have time to even make it up there to retrieve their firearm to defend themselves, and they got victimized in the worst kind of way. So this is
mm,
why you need to, I have a holster that I have mine's holstered. I have my dagger
even in the
in my
shower.
holster, and I walk around with it, and you get used to it because you just never know when they're gonna try you. You just
Yep.
never know. It's like a seatbelt. It doesn't mean that you're going to have an accident and get in a car crash, but it's there just in case. It's a
That's
tool
it.
that your life is, you banking on that tool to protect your life, to save your life and your loved ones, man. You will love it. Guns are not evil. Guns are only, it's evil people, it's crazy people, it's demonic people. When they're in the hands of those people, yeah, they
Yeah,
gon' they gonna
they,
do some
they
foul, fucked up
They
shit.
make it look bad for everybody.
Exactly. But it's a lot of righteous, good-hearted people with love in their heart, not hate, that have them. And when a good guy with a gun, like at the Walmart last month, where you had the crazy motherfucker go up in there on the stabbing spree. A good guy, a brother, a good guy with a gun, put a stop to that. He respected that. He didn't want to get shot.
Yeah.
So guns, they take lives, but they save lives as well. And this is
They,
why you need to be armed at all times and keep your head on the swivel. But nephew, I love you. We've been on this motherfucker for 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours now, and I'm about to get off and relax and watch some beat making videos that's on the live Helliver is on there on Sunny Digital's live, cooking up and shit. He's right here from Detroit, a local Detroit producer. So I'm about to catch the replay of that. And any last words? And I hate to say that shit because it's like I'm at a funeral or something. Last words or whatever. Anything you want? Any message? Because this ain't gonna be the last. We're gonna do a part 2, a part 3, a part 4. Like I say, I'm so excited. I pulled the trigger on that Jacko 9 FTE blower with that. Did you see the fucking brace on it? And it folds and it's got a tail hook. That bitch.
I seen a little tail hook at the end. That tail hook at the end at the bottom. That's the black piece.
Yeah, that's a tail hook.
That's sharp, man. That's sharp for them to come out with something like that,
and
man.
Then,
that's pretty dope.
And then it adjusts and left, and it's also a side folder. So and then it takes Scorpion, CZ Scorpion pattern mag.
It's side fold too?
Huh?
You said it's side fold too?
Yeah, it's a side folder.
Oh, wow.
It's a side folder.
So does it fire? It'll fire side folded?
It should. That I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a straight blowback. Yes, you can.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a Scorpion. A Scorpion is a blowback.
Wow.
So you don't even need a brace on that motherfucker to be honest to shoot it. It's like a Scorpion. It's a blowback. But when I saw that F5, because they got the triangle looking brace. I don't think that looked good on there. I think triangle braces only look good on an AK. Like a Draco or something like that, or a Zastava. I don't think it looked good. That's just my personal opinion. But they got the F5 brace. When I saw it, the second I saw it, I fell in love with it. And when a gun be on my mind like that, I'm like, you know what? It's calling my name. I must have it, and I better get it before they sell out. Because who knows when they're gonna get them lowers back in stock. Now I'm looking for a deal on the I'm just waiting for the right deal to get the upper. But once I get that lower end, I'm probably gonna just order that upper. It's only like $600 for the upper.
Yeah, man. Piece that shit together. That's what we talking about doing now. We building stuff now. We putting
shit.
parts together, man.
That shit. And I already got the smoke glass mag that I ordered off of, was it Mag Shack? I ordered that, and then I'm gonna get another mag when I pick up my lower sometime next week from Spence. He got the I think he got the mag, the P mag, Scorpion mag. So it's gonna be on and popping, man. I'm gonna have another video of the range shooting it, and then I want to get a 300. I want to get a Jackal pistol and 300 blackout, and that's probably gonna be that motherfucker that's gonna make me want to get a suppressor.
And how much is that? And how much is that in 300 blackout?
If you got a whole gun, you're gonna be paying about $1,100.
You might as well get the damn. But you ain't got the you're not gonna have the accessory capabilities. I was gonna say you might as well get the kitty cat in 300 blackout.
Yeah, the kitty cat is only like $677. Some shit like that. But you know what? If I find that bitch in 300 blackout, no doubt. I know the one Spencer got, all them bitches is a 5.56. They came out with the 5.56 first. Yeah. And then the latest ones are in 300 blackout. I do want one. And then they got them regular PSA guns for $500. That old school. Have you seen them?
I ain't seen them. But look, I'm about to hop off, man. I gotta hit the head, man.
Yeah, go ahead. And thank you for coming on. And this is your home. So it's gonna be many, many more times that you be on here. And I can't find, I was gonna pull it up right quick and show it to you, but I can't even let me see, hold on, right quick. PSA. I think it's called the Staff Classic or some shit like that. But they regular price is $500 all day. Yeah, all day. It ain't no sale. It's $500 all day. I can't. Here it is right here. No, they don't went up on it because it was $499. That's it right there.
Fuck. I'm listening, man. I had to turn the camera off. I'm going to the bathroom.
Yep, $4.99, y'all. You cannot beat
That's
that
the whole thing.
for the whole complete gun. So I thought about getting that, but I'm like, I don't need no more 5.56. You know what I'm saying? So I either gonna get it. You know, if I get this Jacko 9, I'm definitely looking forward to another 300 blackout, and that's probably gonna be the Jack, or you know, who knows? They very inexpensive. But nephew, I appreciate you for coming in. Gun Freak Nation, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for dropping in and tuning in. I'm gonna try to go live nightly. Rest be, you know, you can drop in anytime you want to. Much love to the Gun Freak Nation. You hear me? Listen, I need y'all to stay armed. I need y'all to stay responsible with your firearms. I need you to stay righteous as you can, because I know these fucking heathen, devilish savages out here will try you. And when that savage do try you, send them a funky time. I love you, Gun Freak Nation. I love you, nephew. God bless America. God bless Gun Freak Nation. This is a movement. I want y'all to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We one of a kind here. Every race, every walk of life is accepted here. You feel me? This is the no judgment zone. This is the righteous zone. Send that motherfucking savage to Funky Town when he try to take your life or family members or loved ones. You hear me? Do what you got to do to get yourself out of that jam. Nephew, I love you. Thank you. We're going to have many, many more nights
That's
like
love.
this. And, you know, you have a blessed, savage-free night. Because I know you ready. I already know you savage ready.
Nah.
I
I learned from the best, learn from you, man. Same to you, man. You stay safe out there.
You, nephew.
I know you in the D, man.
You the best, you hear me? You the best.
Second best, man.
I'm
still taking notes, man.
Love you.
Much
Appreciate you. And this is a blessing, just us here, just being able to chop it up, man. But I want you to get your rest. You have a good night. And y'all have a blessed, free, savage-free night. Love y'all, Gun Freak Nation. And love you, nephew. Salute, baby. All right.